Things just took a major turn in Colorado as a report reveals an updated look at the Avs' plans for this offseason with a new target free agent in their sights. We're going to break everything down for you guys coming up on this episode of Hat-Trick HQ. But before we get into it, just going to say if you're a big hockey fan, a big Avs fan, we're going to be here every day. Keep me up to date on what's happening around the league. So if you don't want to miss out on anything, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, we got to jump right into this because this is big news coming out of Colorado today as we take a look from Elliot Friedman. He says regarding the Martin Necas and Charlie Coyle rumors, I'm not sure the Avalanche feel they have to do anything. They like how the team looks on paper, which is great news to hear. I know there's a lot of Colorado Avalanche fans out there that did not want to see Marty Necas go here during this offseason after having such a great season with them this year. A lot of fans wanted him to stick around, obviously going into the last year of his deal, maybe looking for an extension this summer. And also Charlie Coyle, he's been a guy who has been a great middle six player for them. Since he joined the team, he has shifted in to play center at times. He's found a home on the right wing on that third line, and I think he's looked pretty good during his time in Colorado, especially. I mean, just taking a look at what we're getting numbers-wise out of a guy like Marty Necas. This is a guy who had a career year this year in Colorado/Carolina after getting traded there. He had 83 points this year, which is a new career high for this kid. Obviously having 56 assists and 27 goals to really fit in well with Nate Mack up on the top line. I really did think so. A great replacement for a guy like Rantanen. Obviously, you're not going to get a Rantanen here in Necas, but you know, he is a great replacement guy. He's might not be right to the all-star skill level of Mikko Rantanen yet. Does he have the potential to get there? I think so. He's only 26 years old. He's in the prime of his career right now. And, you know, I think I had to agree with the Colorado Avalanche front office here. I really do look what the team looks like going into this season so far. I think I'll just bring it up bigger for you guys here. I mean, this looks like a playoff Stanley Cup contending team to me. Obviously, bringing Brock Nelson back in is a big thing for this team. He played so good after getting traded there as well. The perfect 2C for this team going forward, in my opinion. Obviously, you got a lot of aging guys here, which, you know, you want to keep them together. Obviously, you know, you might be giving up a little bit of your future to try to live in the present and go get another Stanley Cup, but I really like this team. Obviously, you got the best defenseman in the league in Cale Makar, in my opinion, and then you also have, you know, one of the best players in the league in Nathan MacKinnon as well. I mean, he's definitely rivaling McDavid at this point in time, and, you know, a lot of great players on this team that don't get talked about a lot, like Valerie Nichushkin. He's been a great player during his time in Colorado. Obviously, Marty Necas, who we touched on, and Gabriel Landeskog coming back in the playoffs. Great story there. But I did just want to jump sides into Charlie Coyle here because I think this guy has had a tremendous look this season as well. 35 points in 83 games. We know what kind of game we're getting for Charlie Coyle at this point. He's that power forward guy who's going to go out and kill penalties for this team, and I really do think keeping him around is a good option for the Colorado Avalanche. But I want to jump back over to Marty Necas here, where I think that you know, obviously I said there's an extension looming. Maybe we're wondering what kind of numbers we're going to see tossed around for him. Do they have the money to make it work? I mean, if we just take a look here at some early projections from Scotia Hockey, they say here that, you know, depending on the year, it's going to vary, but he's going to be getting around Rantanen numbers, seeing the numbers getting between the $10 to $12 million AAV mark for this player. I think he's 100% worth that. Obviously, he'll be, 27 at the end of this contract this season. So you lock him up for 7 years. You got one of your star players locked up for the remainder of his career. And as you see, the green circle on the top means his game score percentage, which is in the 98% percentile, which means his average game score is going to be above 1, which just means he's getting above a point per game, which is what kind of production we've seen from him last season. He definitely has potential to jump up to a potential 100-point player, especially playing with a guy as skilled as Nate Mack. That will definitely help as well. I think that between I would say the low $10 to $12 million range is definitely the market value here. Do I think he'll get 12? No, but maybe you split the difference and you meet in the middle at 11. I don't think that's too out of the realm of possibility for Marty Necas. I'm more leaning towards 10, but, you know, you could get upwards of 11 plus million for this player. And I definitely think with the cap going up and the way contracts are getting tossed around in the league right now, and coming off a career year, if he puts up these numbers again next season, we could definitely be seeing close to that number. And I think if I'm a Colorado Avalanche fan, I'm fine with keeping him around because, you know, obviously we just lost our star player. But there is something else that's happening in Colorado that is very interesting as we get another report here from Darren Dreger saying Winnipeg, Colorado, Toronto, and Tampa Bay are still in the mix to sign Jonathan Toews. This is a huge update. Obviously, Jonathan Toews having to take some time off from hockey due to health reasons, not injury reasons, health reasons. I think he had like long COVID or something. You can fact check me if I'm wrong down below in the comment section, but I do think that is the reason he did have to leave hockey. But he does feel good now, and he feels like he wants to come back. Obviously, he's at 37 years old now, so, you know, that has to be taken into account as well. But if we just take a look at his numbers, the last time he played was back in the 22-23 season with the Chicago Blackhawks, where in 53 games, he did put up 31 points. You know what, the dash 31 there is a bit tough, but, you know, that Blackhawks team, you know, was a kind of a rough team to be on as well. But also there, he had 87 shots. But a big thing to look at here is the face-off win percentage. This is a guy who was 63% on the draw, and he's been a great defensive center his entire career. He's great at winning face-offs, and that's what you're getting with Jonathan Toews here. Is it a guy who can come in and maybe get you 25 points? Definitely. I definitely think that's the minimum. I would think if he has a full healthy season, he could finish upwards of that. Maybe he gets back into 30-point total like we seen last year. That was only in 53 games. He could, if he plays a full stint of maybe 70 games, we could be looking at maybe a 40 to 50-point player here, in my opinion. So I think that's definitely a risk I'm willing to take. Just looking at what this lineup would look like with him in it. Obviously, we just kind of looked at it before, but now I'm seeing Jonathan Toews here getting thrown into this third line. I don't think he takes over from Brock Nelson. I think Brock Nelson has been a crazy player for this team and has been a very solid two-center in the playoffs for this team. So I do think that a third line role, maybe even fourth line role for Jonathan Toews, getting back into hockey at first, getting back into adjusted to the NHL level. I think maybe you do start him out on that fourth line and then he moves his way up throughout this season. I think this is a guy that you have to go after if you are the Colorado Avalanche, because he is a very, very affordable guy. He's going to be coming in at a vet minimum, so you're going to get this guy for maybe even, you know, I'm thinking 1.1 million or less. That's what you're getting Jonathan Toews at. Am I going out, if the offers on my plate and the 37-year-old Jonathan Toews comes my way, I'm throwing that money at him to get him there, because he's just such a veteran. He knows how to win. He's such an experienced player, and he really fits into this core of the Colorado Avalanche, I do think. I mean, they're all a bit more aging guys that are trying to have one more look at hoisting Lord Stanley, and I think he's the perfect guy to fit in here. Come in, kill the penalties, win clutch faceoffs. That is what you're getting with Jonathan Toews, and I think he is the perfect fit for this Colorado Avalanche team. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Are you giving Marty Necas a extension? Are you giving him that much money? I'd love to hear from you guys down below in the comment section as well. Are you getting Jonathan Toews? Do you think you signed this guy? If I'm, Avalanche front office, I'm definitely doing my best to get this guy in the burgundy and blue. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I've been your host, KC. We'll catch you in the next one.